Alright folks, I got a little car here that has no pretensions. It's nothing fancy. It's just a basic, good, reliable little car, and it's going to be sold very, very inexpensively. Let me tell you about it. This is a 2002 Dodge Neon. Again, like I said, no pretensions here. It's got 136,944 miles. Let me start her up for you. And here's the main gist of what I want to get across in this entire video is, A, mechanically, this is a really, really good running car. I believe it'll be a very reliable car, and actually 136,000 miles for a 2002 vehicle, not that high on the mileage. And I have had tons and tons of these Neons with over 200,000 miles, so they do go. I'd like to point out, yes, the air conditioner is ice cold. In fact, it's not that warm out today, so I'm going to turn it down. We've got AM, FM. Turn this up. And let's see if I can find a station that actually can tune into here. Must have an antenna issue. Alright, well, you can hear the radio works. I can't comment on the cassette player. I have no idea if that works. It's got rear window defogger. Power steering, power brakes, yeah, delay wipers. Oh, here, horn works, wipers. There you go. You can see they work just fine. And again, that's pretty much it as far as equipment. It's got the 4-speed automatic transmission, which is very good. 4-cylinder engine, so you'll probably get some pretty decent gas mileage. Has some nice rubber floor mats. As you can see, the interior is actually in pretty good shape. It's pretty clean. It's not all busted up. Look, even your armrest here is in good shape. And you can see the rest of the car is pretty darn nice. Okay, now, take a look down here. And there's your, oops, sorry about that, folks. There's your rubber floor mat. Take a look underneath there. You know, I mean, it's a little, probably could use a good vacuuming, but there you have that. All right, coming around now. Driver's seat, I would just put a seat cover on here. That is worn down. As you can see, it's not uncomfortable though, believe it or not. But again, I like to point out every possible thing I can that I know about a vehicle. All right, let's start with the tires. And we're gonna do the left front one first. And I got, as you can see, my little handy dandy gizmo here that measures tread depth. So you got a real accurate reading here. And look at that, that is almost 10-30 seconds of tread, meaning that tire is almost new, because a brand new tire, passenger car, usually comes with around 12-30 seconds. All right, here's your left rear, and that one is 10-30 seconds. All right, let's come on around to this side. This is your right rear tire, and we'll check that. And that one is a little less, about 8-30 seconds. And right front, we'll check this baby out and see. And the right front is about 7-30 seconds. So, actually it looks like the better tires are on the left side of the car. What I would do is I'd put the two best ones on the front, and you're good to go. The moral of the story is real simple though. You're not gonna need tires for quite a while on this car. They're in really good shape. Now, I'm gonna just go straight up front and tell you, the body is in decent shape. The paint, not so much. For 300 bucks at Maaco, you could turn this into a really nice looking car, but the paint's got scratches, it's checked, it's weak. Oh yeah, it does need an antenna, as you can see right there. It's probably one of those stupid little Chrysler screw-in ones. All right, and as you can see, you know, the glazing looks pretty good. But again, the body is not like all dented up or whatever, but it does have multiple scratches and scuffs and some dings. You can see on the roof, the paint's really thin on the roof. Again, no pretensions on this car. It is what it is. It's going to be a very inexpensive, good little car. We'll do our door jamb. There you go. Actually, you can see, here's your interior. Now, it does look pretty nice. Let's check out the headliner. There's your headliner. You can see pretty nice, pretty clean. All right, let's do your door itself. Check that out for rust and whatnot. Obviously, down here is where, if there's going to be an issue, that's where it's going to be, but this one looks actually pretty good there. Okay, moving on to the rear door. As you can see, it's a split fold down seat. Back seat looks pretty nice, pretty clean. Again, I don't even need to sell the features on this car, because that I'm going to be selling it for, it's kind of immaterial. But it is actually a nice little car. I mean, actually, you know what this would be a great car for? There you go, there's the bottom of the door. this would be an awesome first car for a new driver because it's going to be so inexpensive. It's safe, it's nice, it's reliable, it's got good mileage. But you know what? You're not going to be out a lot of money should your kid take it and, you know, scrape a guardrail with it or do something stupid like kids are prone to do. You won't really be out of pocket a whole ton of money. Or if you need a little commuter, it's a good little car too. You can see the bumper's got little scrapes. Again, I make no excuses for this car. It is what it is. Here's your trunk. You can see very, very good sized trunk. And especially, you know, with that back seat there, the 60-40 split fold down. So let's say you have a kid going off to college or something. What a car. You can fold those seats down and put all his stuff in here. Now, I want to point this out to you. See this little thing here? That's supposed to be hooked to something to pop the trunk. Well, here's the thing. I would wrap a piece of string around this and run it up to the seat so you open the seat up and you can open it. Otherwise, you have to do like I just did and crawl through the back of the car to open the trunk. Again, no big deal, but it is what it is. Your trunk, as you can see, the car needs a paint job. I mean, but honestly, for this, a cheap car, I would never even bother. All right, here's your left rear quarter panel. Looks like a little bit of repaired corrosion there, nothing huge. All right, pop this open. Here's this side of the passenger compartment. We'll do the door jamb here. And of course, we'll do the door frame. Go, no problems there. Come along here, we'll do the driver's door jamb. Okie dokie. And here's the door frame. Yeah, I'm telling you, this would be a great, great little car for someone. All right, close that up. Like I said, the body's not a complete and utter train wreck, but it's not the paint shot. And even that, though, you know what? At 50 miles an hour, you're driving by somebody, they can't even tell it. Here's your front. The headlights actually look pretty clean, pretty clear. The front spoiler doesn't look all busted up, so that's good. All right, let's take a look underneath. There we go. All right, here's your little motor. This thing actually, like I said, does sound good, runs good. Oh, it looks like, hey, check this out. I love when I see that. That says that the timing belt has been changed on this car. So that, I don't know when, because I can barely read what it says, but yeah, it has been changed. I don't know, maybe you got better eyes than I do. You can see how long ago. But I tell you, you're only supposed to do it like every 90, 100,000 miles. So it's probably pretty recent. That's probably why this car runs so damn good. All right, here's your under the hood. Go. And it's got the very thrifty 2-liter multi-valve engine. All right, close this up. And again, the hood, you know, just like the rest of the car. It's got its scrapes and scratches and bad paint. That inspection sticker's out of date. I should probably scrape that baby out. But that's it. So here's the moral of the story. Very simple. You're going to get an inexpensive, reliable, safe, good running car that has ice cold air conditioning. But I don't expect you to take my word for how good it runs. We're going to take it for a drive now and you can see for yourself. Alrighty, we're going to take it for a ride now. I'm going to do something I do in every one of my videos. As you saw, this car, it started perfectly ice cold. You know, first thing this morning I'm doing this. Now you're going to get to see, after it's got a chance to warm up like it has, you're going to get to see it start again. Just a good little thing you want to do, whether you buy any used car, you always want to see them start ice cold and warm, because you never know what kind of problem will manifest itself depending on the temperature of the engine. All right, we're going to take it out for a ride. And here we go. Now I can't say that the Neon is the smoothest car in the world, because it certainly isn't. But like I like to do is I just turn the radio up and all those little clunks and rattles and stuff go away. Well, actually, this one's not that bad. I've had a lot of these cars, let me tell you. It is shifting through the gears, nice, doing 55, almost 60 miles an hour. You can see, hands off the wheel, car's not running off the road. So it means the front end's probably in pretty decent shape. And again, the tires don't look like they've worn funny, and there's tons of tread on them, so I would guess this front end is in really good shape. Do a little turnaround over here. I can't say. I think when I drove it around the back, when I did the video out back of my shop, I have a really bumpy driveway, and I like it because it tells me a lot about car suspension. I'll be honest, I did hear some slight clunking coming out of the front, which could be leading to the fact that the struts might be getting worn down. But other than that, not bad. All right, here we go. And this isn't a race car, this isn't a rocket ship, you're not going to win any drag races with it, but it's definitely safe enough to drive on Route 80 at 75, 80 miles an hour, so the car does go just fine. It's just not that quick, which again, that's not what you're going to be buying this car for, especially if it's for your kid. You don't want it to be quick. Anyway, next thing I'm going to do is a little brake test, and that doesn't really tell you much other than, if the brakes are really messed up, you'll see this steering wheel swing wildly right, wildly left. Because what I'm going to do is pull into this vacant lot across from my place here. I know there's a patch of loose gravel. I let go of the steering wheel, slam on the brakes, and see what happens. This is all news to me too, whatever happens here. So we're going to pull in here. I usually do it at about 20, 25 miles an hour, let's say. All right, here we go. Hands off the wheel, and okay, well, I'm pretty pleased with that. Steering wheel didn't budge a bit on the gravel, and the car slid right to a nice stop. So again, it's safe. You got your dual front airbags, it's front wheel drive, so it'll be halfway decent in the winter, especially with the skinny tires it's got. It'll go great in the snow, actually. Yeah, it's reliable. It's pretty much everything you want in a really inexpensive car. I'm probably one of the few car dealers around that will sell a car as cheaply as I do. In fact, I've had many people tell me that they couldn't find that cheap good car anywhere until they found me, because that's what I do. I won't sell a car that I feel is unsafe. I won't sell a car that I think is going to blow up on you in the next 6 months. Obviously I can't guarantee that because I'm selling them so cheap, and also they're cars. Crap happens when you have a 12-year-old 140,000 or 135,000 mile car. But what I can tell you is, from my experience driving this car, it's exactly as I'm representing it to you. Like I said, a good, cheap, reliable car. Okay, let me do a little recap, and then we'll take a walk around outside in the sun so you guys can get another look at the body. This is a 2002 Dodge Neon with 136,946 miles on it. Not a lot of equipment. AM, FM, stereo cassette, ice cold air conditioning. Yeah, that's pretty much, the list of options. I mean, I'm sure the manufacturer has 100 things they can tell you that this car has, but I don't know what any of those are. So we'll take a step back. There you have it. We'll take a little walk around the car. Like I said, it's not a beauty queen, that's for sure, but you know what? It's not a train wreck either. And you can actually make it a beauty queen if you spend $300 at Mako on it. But I think that's a lot of money to spend on a car you didn't spend a lot of money on in the first place, but that'll be up to you. All right, so if you need an inexpensive, reliable, decent little car, this is probably the one for you. Thanks.